everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I recently filmed my things I only own one of video. It did pretty well, so I decided that I would also do a things I only own two of video. So that's where we are today. I'm filming pretty much everything that I only own two of, and hopefully it goes alright. I find some of these things are a little almost excessive to say that I only own two of, but we're just going to see how it goes, and hopefully it's going to be fine. So consider subscribing if you like minimalism, capsule wardrobing, and lifestyle. And also like today's video after you watch the video if you enjoy it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright, so the first and probably most obvious thing that I have two of is I have two cameras. So I'm not able to show you guys the other camera, but this is my Canon T6 camera. I've shown this before on my videos. And I also have my unboxing as well as my new camera setup videos. I'll leave those in the description box as well as in the iCards up here. And I've got this T6 which has no flip out screen, and it's just kind of like a more bulky camera. So I've got this one, and then I also have my Canon M50 Mark II, which I'm currently filming with. The quality is just so much better than this other one, but the T6 has been helpful for when I just need a little bit more footage and my battery is completely dead on the M50, and when I want like another angle or something, it's really helpful. I have two cameras as a minimalist, but also as a YouTuber. So next up, we're kind of sticking with the tech stuff. I think most people don't have two of these. They probably have one or none, but I have two headphones. I've got these, and this is a USB plug-in headphone thing, headset I guess you would call it, and this has the mic on it. So I always feel like I look like a airplane person. This is specifically for my Rosetta Stone Spanish. And my second headphones are these, and these have no cords to them, just for when they're charging they plug in. It's a little dirty, but this is just the Skull Candy brand of headphones. These are called Hesh 2 Wireless, and these connect through Bluetooth to my phone or my Chromebook, and I listen to whatever. This is for when I'm working out and when I'm just want some noise canceling. I have these because these are also noise canceling, and then this is strictly just for my Rosetta Stone when I do that. But I have two headphones. I'm not sure if this is worth mentioning. You guys might roast me, but I have two calculators. A lot of people say I only have one calculator and it's my phone. If that works great for you, wonderful. But I find that most people doing these videos are adults and they're in a different stage of their life. But I'm currently in high school still, so I have two calculators, a scientific calculator and my phone that could technically be a calculator. But I wanted to mention that I don't just have my phone. Although that would be nice, I also have a scientific calculator because I did do math. I'm just finishing up math, so I have a scientific calculator as well as my phone. So the next thing that I only own two of is two rings, and I wanted to mention this because I have this ring which is technically called a purity ring. This is from my parents. If you don't know what a purity ring is, it's basically just a sign that you are waiting till marriage and you're keeping your body pure and your heart pure as well, with not only physical things because you're keeping pure in that way, but also like emotionally. You're not giving yourself to anyone, saying too much because you're not sure if you're going to marry that person. Obviously once you're married, then you've been pure till marriage, and marriage has a whole new set of rules. So I've got that ring, and then I also have this ring, and this is a ring from my mom. Next up, I have two tripods, and I have this large tripod here. I will overlay a video for you guys. I'm using the big tripod here because there's no other way I would really be able to get my camera this high, and it's very helpful to have this one because you can vlog as well as have a tripod instantly, and you don't have to find random items to be your tripod. So next up, I wanted to mention before I move on with this video that I feel like there's two different ways to do this video. There's definitely the things I only own two of as a minimalist, which is the title of it. But when you're saying it like that, it's kind of like, oh, normal people probably have more of this, but I, as a minimalist, only have two. Like, that's pretty shocking. But there's the other side of having two items of something to where you only have two, but the only is kind of taken out to where you just have two of the items. So it's kind of like cameras, for instance. Normal people that are not YouTubers, even some YouTubers, would just have one camera. But for me, I have two cameras. So I'm kind of going at this video with both angles of I actually have two rather than, you know, some people have one or none. And also I only have two of. So some of these things are like on the maximum side rather than the minimum side. But I just want to be honest with you guys with things that I only have two of and things that I have two of in general, if it's more or less than the average person. So things that I have two of that I feel like people have one or none, unfortunately, of is two Bibles. So I have this Bible, which is a journal, the Word Bible, which I'm not too much into writing in my Bible, but it is very helpful for like these side pages to where I can just write and take notes in. And my whole Bible is not at all like this. There's for sure some pages where I don't have anything on it, but obviously, you know, reading your Bible and pretty much anything is a process. I really love the margins on the side on this journal, the Word Bible, and it's really comes in handy when I just don't feel like carrying anything and I just want to bring my Bible and a pen. It's so much easier to just grab this and a pen. But if I'm feeling a little bit differently, also this is like a harder cover, so I like that about it because it's like firm. It doesn't open when it's sitting flat, and it also lays flat as well. And very versatile. I love it a lot. But the second Bible I have is just a very paperback Bible. It definitely has some rips in there. But with this one, I for sure have some highlighting in this, but I find that this is just more like for reading, which I do like at times, and I kind of swap back and forth, but it's definitely more on the fragile side of a Bible, but I do have two Bibles. Next up, I have two pairs of scissors, and again, this I wanted to mention because I do feel like this is something that people have a ton of in their house. And then there's some people that are like, I just need one pair of scissors, but I have two pairs. I have one that's Cricut brand, and this is specifically for crafts, and it's very nice and sharp. I keep it that way because I don't use it too often, but whenever I do cut paper or anything, I use those specifically for that. And then I just have my other ones that are like just for cheap little stuff like at my desk and stuff. So I just moved my camera again just because I want to sit back some more, but I have two eyeshadow palettes. There's definitely some extreme minimalists who just have one eyeshadow palette or maybe just one eyeshadow. But for me, I'm kind of in the just middle. I would call myself a medium high minimalist, which means like medium to high amount of stuff, probably. Obviously, there's different levels of where people are at in their minimalist journey to where they like extreme live out of a backpack or just starting out, you know, learning what declutter is and how to properly, you know, do that. But I'm somewhere in the middle, so I have a good bit of makeup, but like a lot smaller than what I've seen other people have. I have this desire to want less stuff, to want to get rid of things, but I find that I really do like most everything that I have. Of course, I'm going to be decluttering soon to really dig deep through my stuff and see what I can get rid of that I don't use and that's not bringing me enough value. But with my makeup, I am happy where I'm at. There's really not much else I can declutter. So I wanted to mention that I have two eyeshadow palettes. So these, again, it's all about serving different purposes with me. And these serve two extremely different purposes by their colors. So obviously they do the same thing, they're eyeshadow, but I also use them for more than eyeshadow. So they're completely different in their colors. This is the Sahara Desert palette, and this has some red, brown, white, and like shimmery gold. And then this one is my Natural Quartz eyeshadow palette, and this has pink, white, purple, and a little bit of brown in there as well. And you can see how these are very, very different. Just a brush, it's okay. But the brush keeps falling out of this one, so I just feel like there's a different vibe to each of these. Obviously, this could be used as like a really nice summer look, or like a date night type of thing, which I'm not currently in that season, but that's fine. But also, it's really nice for just like winter stuff, winter and fall. And this one's more springy, But of course you could use it all year round if you'd like. So that's another reason that I just have 2 4-packs of eyeshadows, is because I can also use this red color in here as blush, and then with the natural quartz I can use the petal pink color up here for some blush. Next up, I only have 2 single eyeshadows. This is all the eyeshadow that I have, which still, you could say that's a good bit, which I kind of agree. But for me, I really like how eyes are when you do makeup. I don't think I'm going to get these 2 again once I use them up, but once I use them up, then I will have used them up and they're gone. Next up, I literally have a mound of stuff over here. This is where it makes me feel like a maximalist. Although I'm a minimalist, I feel like I have so many things. But I feel like that's one of the cons to being minimalist, is you can easily over-analyze everything that you have. But I have made the mistake of over-decluttering before, and I don't want to make that mistake again. And I'm very aware with what I don't want to declutter, so I don't think I will make that mistake again, which is good. But I just do think about constantly, what can I declutter, what can I shed, you know, what do I not need. So the next thing I have 2 of, and I feel like this is one of the things that I only have 2 of, that most people have a lot more of, and that is masks. And this is even more minimal because I have 1 for going out and 1 for going to work. So I really, if I can help it, I don't wear this one anywhere else. And if I'm ever going out and not going to work, then I just wear this one. It's a solid black mask, so it goes with pretty much everything. And I don't love wearing my masks, so I don't wear them all the time. But when I need to have one, then I just wear this one. Next up, we are in the winter season still, so this is not going to be worn till summertime. But I've got 2 Camis, and I have never actually worn these Camis out, even though I got them last year. And that was because they were very low for me, so I had my mom sew them up. They're a little roughly sewed, but it's going to be on the back, and I'm going to have something over top of it, so it's going to be fine. I have a black one and a white one. This white one is tunic length, and this one's not tunic length. I just have 2. It's minimal, and I've got black and white, so it will go with whatever I need, and I just need them for summertime with like church outfits. Next up, I've got this cardigan here. I have just 2 cardigans. Both of them have pockets in them, which is super great. It's a little old because you can see that it's like got some pilling on it, but it's just a basic cardigan, and it's just a good length. I feel like I'm going to wear this a lot more in the spring months. My second cardigan that I have serves a pretty different purpose, and this one is more for fall and winter time, and this one is an oversized. You've seen this in my February capsule video. If you haven't watched it, should check it out right up here. That's this month's capsule. This is also in it. So I don't really wear cardigans too often, although I really thought I did wear cardigans, and I would like to have a cardigan on. I find that like the extra flowiness can be a little distracting. I've got an oversized one for the colder months, which I really can't talk. Next up, I am just talking strictly outerwear coats. So these are the coats that you'd wear transport, or if it's freezing outside, you just keep it on. I have 2 coats, surprise. So we've got this black one. This is more of a puffer style. You've seen this in this wardrobe as well if you watched this video. And then I have my Chick-fil-A coat, which I mentioned in I think an upcoming video. I'm not sure if it's out yet. I think it was my week in my life video. I mentioned this coat, but this is my Chick-fil-A work coat, and I really mostly just wear this for work. It's a red coat, so I don't really wear it anywhere else to be like, I'm red. I just usually wear this black coat if I need a coat, and I like this coat a lot because it is great all year. Next up, I have just 2 pairs of flats. Now I do have my sneakers and my tennis shoes, which are technically flat shoes, so they're not heels, and sandals are not heels, so technically they're a type of flat, but I'm meaning like closed-toe flats. So formal flats, things like that. So we've got these black ones, which are definitely pretty old, but these are just some basic flats. And I've got these brown ones as well, and these are a little bit more on the casual side. These were in my January capsule video, and these I got from Walmart. These are just some basic brown flats, and then I have the black flats as well. And I try to avoid having the same style shoe in the same color. I really try to avoid that. In the past, I've gotten a sandal and a flip-flop that looked almost exactly the same. And those are the type of things that I try to stay away from the most, because I don't want to just be gathering all these items that are slightly different that can serve the same purpose, but I mark them off as slightly different so I can still keep them. I did this like every video now, where I always forget something and then I have to add it. So I also forgot about my blue light glasses. So I have 2 pairs of blue light glasses. So they both serve the same purpose, obviously, because they're both blue light, but I prefer to have one from like my editing and desk glasses, and then another for just like around the house glasses. These are the I forget the print, what it's called right now. I'll put it up on the screen because I'm sure I'll remember it later. But here's that print. And then we've got these. These are the Arden frames. These are just basic black. I don't love these as much, but I do use them still. And the last 2 items that I only have 2 of are 2 hats. So I've got this brown hat here, which currently I don't really like to wear these hats with some kind of like put away hairstyle. I like to wear them with my hair all the way down, but I have this brown hat here. This one was in my January capsule video, and then I also have a black hat. And these are the exact same hat, just in 2 different colors. So technically you could be like, why did you do that? You just said earlier. I was just saying, if you're gonna get a whole rainbow of the same shirt just because you like the shirt, it's probably not the best option. But if you buy something like this and it's brown, you wear it a lot, and you have outfits that would look really great in a black version of this, and you think it'll bring you value, then this hat would have credibility over this one that you've already worn and loved for so long. So if it brings you value, you can get it. If it doesn't bring you value, you shouldn't get it. Alright everyone, and that is everything that I can think of that I only have 2 of. I'm sure there's a couple things that I just have 2 of, but that's everything that I can think of. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video on some kind of level. If it just kind of got you some more awareness of what a teen minimalist has, then that's great. If it brought you some inspiration, wonderful. And comment down below if you have any questions or if you just want to say hi. Also, like this video if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this one. You can always leave any video suggestions in the comments too, and I would be happy to respond there. And also consider subscribing if you like minimalism, capsule wardrobing, as well as lifestyle videos around those 2 things. Thank you so much for watching, and I would love to hear from you guys anywhere, either on Instagram or in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video.